Cleaning up after supper, put the dishes away. Sat down on the front porch with a glass of lemonade. Dog days of summer, just too hot to live. Way down here in the deep south, it's just the way it is. Cousin Runner Joe pulled up into the yard, got out of his pickup truck and the dogs began barking. That's when it all started, that's how the story goes. He said, hey y'all, and did you know there's a snake in the road? Little Darryl, his eyes bugged out. I put my feet up on the chair. I said, whereabouts? Ronnie waved over there. Could be a moccasin come out of the cane. You know the creek's been rising after all the rain. Darryl, he jumped on his bike and started down the drive. The shadow keep away from it, it still could be alive. Ronnie grabbed a shotgun, I got the hole out of the shed. Said then again it might be a rattler, 6 feet from tail to head.
In fact, she had crawled behind the albums back here and had stretched herself very thinly and looped herself several times, and we only found her because she stirred and pushed some of the albums out while we were sitting here, and we pulled her out.
I caught a chicken snake about this long, and kept him for a couple hours and then put him in a Quaker Oats thing, one of those round Quaker Oats things, and put him in my room and put a book on top. I came back later, the Quaker Oats thing was there, but the snake wasn't.
I walked a little ways away from my nephew, and then I heard, T.T., there's a snake in my pants, there's a snake in my pants.
But looked mean, looked really mean. And before I could be alarmed, Mike took the gin bottle and slapped it right in front of my face. And
Snake in the road, snake in the road. Where did it come from? Where is it gonna go? Ain't nothing to make you look twice underneath your bed tonight, like a snake in the road. And Eddie recollected before Uncle Jim passed away. He killed an 8-foot diamondback on his 50th birthday. She still had the earrings he made her from the rattlers. He took that hide and hung it up right next to the antlers. Mama said one got in the house when she was just a girl. She smashed the handle off the broom and started to uncurl. Grandma's wedding china, those old bed springs went bang. She smashed them all to pieces before she killed that thing.
I guess what you would call it folk belief. If you dream about a snake, it's not necessarily good or bad. It's simply that in some cases it's an enemy. In other cases it's a symbol of your coming into a consciousness or understanding of something. In voodoo there is a loa named Dambala.
And in the morning when I woke up, I was all warm and sort of half awake, and I felt this thing rubbing on my chest like this, so I thought it was John. And I opened my eyes and it was a boa constrictor, and she was right here, maybe this close to my nose, and she was flicking her tongue.
Most famous snake in world myth is probably the giant snake who devours his own tail, called in Greek the Ouroboros.
The snake, it was long and it was ugly, and he was licking his tongue out and stuff.
Snake in the road, snake in the road. Where did it come from? Where is it gonna go? Ain't nothing to make you look twice underneath your bed tonight, like a snake in the road. racing back in a big to-do. Said he thought it was Python that got loose from the zoo. Said Miss Pinkerton's poodle that disappeared last fall, bet that old snake swallowed it, rhinestone collar and all. Shiver shot right down my back, it's got him to the truck. Ronnie jammed it into gear, then he got a tire stuck. We pushed with all our might, got mud slung up on our face. When we got out on the road, that snake had just crawled away.
And she lifts up that spelling book and she starts to lean back in her chair, and that snake is coiled up under there, and she screamed and she fell back against the wall in her chair, and she's a big woman, those legs were going like this, and she was screaming.
It was this big old diamondback rattlesnake. It was almost like this.
So yeah, he was like 7 feet long. It's a pretty good size. It's a big snake. So.
Grabbed it by the tail and he started twirling that thing like a whip.
And then behind her, they heard something plop to the floor.
And she was too afraid of it to even feed it. And so after starving it for about a month, she sold it.
And put a dead snake in the bathroom. And then left and stood outside and went.
And I started screaming. I was like, Mom, Mama, there's a snake out here. And my mom was like, yeah, right, okay, Riley, I'm tired of playing with you.
But I've had a lot of encounters with snakes because it seems like they sort of lived with us. And I think that when we were little, there were 5 of us with my 3 sisters and 1 brother. And I think that the ancestors must have been watching over us because there were snakes all over the place and nobody ever got bitten.
Snake in the road, snake in the road. Where did it come from? Where is it gonna go? Ain't nothing to make you look twice. Underneath your bed tonight, like a snake in the road. Snake in the road. Snake in the road. That old snake crawled off into the sunset, wearing a big cowboy hat, swallowing cattle whole.